From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, April the 28th, 2023. We open with more on the demonstrations held last night in Jerusalem in favor of the Judicial Overhaul reforms. Between 150,000 and 200,000 people were estimated as having attended the gathering in front of and near the Knesset to show support for the judicial reforms and the government led by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who later thanked the crowds, tweeting, "Your passion and patriotism moves me deeply." Among the speakers at the rally last night, coalition member and Justice Minister Yariv Levin, who railed against Israel's high court, claiming, for example, that it gives rights to the families of terrorists. And he defended the proposed reforms, which he is leading, to change the judiciary. Responding today, former defense minister and member of the opposition, Benny Gantz, was cited by the Times of Israel, saying Levin's false and unrestrained comments against the High Court evoke difficult thoughts about the ability to reach agreements in the talks at the president's residence, agreements that are needed for the Israeli people at this time. Commander of CENTCOM, U.S. Central Command, General Michael E. Kurilla, wrapped up his visit to Israel today, where he met with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, Defense Forces Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi, and visited an Israeli Navy commando unit. The IDF said Kurilla and Halevi discussed the continued expansion of the cooperation and sharing of operational capabilities between the two militaries. And Kurilla said our strategic partnerships within the region, to include our long-standing unbreakable bond with the Israel Defense Forces, are critical to security and stability. All these trips to the region, he said, inform my understanding of the threats and challenges faced by each country and the capabilities available. This visit, he said, reinforced the importance of this relationship and the many opportunities ahead of us for the Middle East. The American Jewish Committee yesterday helped relaunch the Latino-Jewish Congressional Caucus, which is devoted to fostering collaboration between both communities in the fight against hate, as well as forging closer ties between the U.S., Latin America, and Israel. The 25-member bipartisan caucus was first established in 2011. It is now led by Representatives Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Mario Diaz-Balart, Adriano Espaillat, and Tony Gonzalez, who said strengthening the bond between Latinos and the Jewish people demonstrates our ironclad commitment to combating anti-Semitism and bigotry wherever it abides. America, he said, is stronger when we come together, and our caucus will continue to reinforce this principle as we push back against hateful narratives that wrongfully target our communities. The global premiere of an art exhibit portraying Israel's leaders is on display in Jerusalem for the country's 75th birthday. Prime Ministers in Perspective is a unique private collection of Pointillism art portraying Israel's first 12 prime ministers, now open to the public in honor of Israel's 75th Independence Day at the Biennale Gallery. The work of one of the world's leading Pointillism artists, South African-born Gavin Rain, who now lives in Israel. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, April the 28th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services at the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, it's David Broza's concert at Masada. At 9:30, the film I Was Not Born a Mistake. And at 10:30, a replay from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central. And coming up next, it's a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, April the 28th, 2023. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well, and Shabbat Shalom.